Keith All. Today we're going to be talking about if you ever wondered how approximate match works using XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP, then this video is for you. So what we have here is we have a small little data set. What we want to do is we want to look up this value here over in this data set and then return the unit price. And we're going to be doing that both using XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. But notice this data set over here on the left. It's sorted, the lookup value column is sorted ascending. And then we're going to do the same thing over here, okay, using the same data set, but the lookup column is actually sorted descending. And we're going to see what the results are in both. So let's start over here. Let's do an XLOOKUP. What's the value that we want to look up? We want to look up this value. Where do we want to find this lookup value? Where it's going to be in this column over here. Okay. And then we want to fix it. So F4 that, press the F4 key, comma. What do we want to return once we find this value over here? We want to return the unit price. And we also want to fix this. And now we want to do an approximate match using XLOOKUP. So here we're going to skip the not found argument, comma over, and we want to select this option here, exact match or next smaller item. And then close that out, press enter. Okay, I'm going to copy this down. Okay, and I'll explain what's going on. So what is happening here? Well, we want to look up the order quantity 1. And we're going to come over here and look over here. We're going to find it in this column. We do have an exact match. So what it does return 10 here. However, these next values here, 5 is not found over here. So what does it do? It looks for the next smallest item in this list here. So the next smallest item, okay, it doesn't find 10, so the next smallest item is 1, so that's why it returns 10. Let's jump over here to 77. Well, let's come over here. Is 77 exact match found in here? No, it's not. So what it does here is, what is the next smallest item in this list compared to 77? Well, that's 50. So that's why it returns 825. So that's how that works with XLOOKUP approximate match. Now let's use the VLOOKUP. The lookup value is the same. We want to look up this. What's the table array? Meaning, where are we going to find this lookup value here? Well, we want to select the entire table here. Okay. F4 to fix it, comma, the column index. What do we want to return out of this array here? Well, we want to return column 2 out of this array. In this case, we only have 2 columns, but we want to return column 2, comma, and then we want the approximate match. So we select true. Now press enter. Okay, now let's copy this down. Okay, we get the same results with XLOOKUP. I mean with VLOOKUP as we do XLOOKUP. The reason that we do is because the lookup column, as you can see here, it's an ascending order. Okay. And that's crucial to know that as we get over to this example over here. When we try to do this on a data set, that's the lookup column is descending. So what VLOOKUP is doing is basically it's doing a lookup value of 1 here. Okay, we're going to come over to this range here. We're going to select the entire range to both the lookup column and the return. And then once we find an approximate match, it returns the second count because we selected true. Okay, so now let's go over here. Okay, now let's do this on a same data set, but it's descending. The lookup column is descending. So let's go over here. Lookup. Lookup value is this count right here, comma. Lookup array. This is the lookup array. We're going to do an F4 to fix it, comma. What's the return array here? F4 to fix it. And then for the match mode argument, we want to do the same thing, exact match or next smaller item. Let's close that out, press enter. Let's copy this down. Okay, we're going to get the same results, but it's in descending. This is descending order. So let's look over here. We want to look up the value 300 in this range right here. It doesn't find it. So what did we select? We said the next smallest item. So the next smallest item is 250, so we return 7. 12. We want to look up 12 in this range here. Well, 12 is not there, but the next smallest item, the 12, would be 10. So that's why we return 9.5. Now let's watch what happens when we use VLOOKUP in a descending lookup column. VLOOKUP. Lookup value is 300, comma. Table array is here. Let's fix it. Column index is still 2. And we want the approximate match, so true. Okay, press enter. Now let's copy this down and see what happens here. Let's read what's going on over here. So when we use a VLOOKUP in a data set where the lookup column is in descending order, the VLOOKUP formula breaks. And it says if the column is not sorted ascending, the search that it does goes to the wrong places, and the VLOOKUP may return the wrong result, return NA because it cannot find it, or it can return a random value. So that's why it's important to understand both these formulas when we do a lookup with an approximate match, and make sure if you're using VLOOKUP, you want to make sure that the lookup column is in ascending order. Okay, so I want to thank you for stopping by today. I hope this gave you a better understanding on how to use XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP in Excel using a ascending data set and a descending data set for the lookup values. Thank you again. You have a great day. Remember to subscribe to my channel. And as always, please like and share this video because it helps this video to get out to more people. Bye now.